Hi guys, Craig here and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd give you a quick look at a system that I've put together for a customer. This is going to go into a caravan, and this particular client, they full-time in their caravan, so they wanted something with a reasonable amount of power, and they wanted all the creature comforts. So this is what we sat down and discussed, and this is what we come up with. So heart of the system, multi-plus 24 volt 3000 VA inverter charger with a 70 amp charger at the 24 volt nominal voltage. Coupling that with two SafeBatt light 300 amp hour batteries, 12.8 volt each. Obviously they're in series to give us our 24 volt nominal voltage. A really nice Blue Sea main isolator. Then I've incorporated the Lynx distributor. I really like the distributor. It makes for a really nice clean install. We've got a couple of Orion 24 to 12 20 amp DC to DC converters. That's for the existing 12 volt loads in the caravan, so that'll take care of that. The customer's going to get a couple of nice little bus bars that when they disconnect the existing loads from the AGM battery that's there, there's about 10 terminals all jammed onto the positive and negatives. So little couple of bus bars there, mount those in there, clean up that wiring. The Orion XS 1400, so 12 volt from the ute to 24 volt charging, 50 amps, works really well. I've actually tested that and I'm really happy with the output. Servo GX with a 5-inch touchscreen. The touchscreen will be remotely mounted inside the caravan, so again, really nice. A couple of little MIDI fuses here, really nice silicon tops on those. That's my go-to MIDI fuse holder now. Victron bus bar for the extra negative terminals. Then this system's got 3 solar charge controllers. So 2 120s, each one will have two 215 watt solar panels in parallel. That'll give the client a total of 860 watts on the roof. Then the 30 amp for a portable panel, so that'll give them up to an additional 30 amps depending on the portable panel they choose. Got the shunt obviously in line there as well. What I've done is I've charged these batteries up individually before I've put them into series. Then I discharge a little bit out and then I charge them back up just to make sure that they're balanced. And I've never really had a problem with these SafeBatts. They're good from the get-go. And I can show you that now. You can see we're still taking a little bit of current there. 61 watts, 60 watts, which is not very much. But if we have a look over here, so this is one of the batteries. You can see it's taking 1 amp, 30 millivolt deviation, 14.2 volts, so perfect. If we go back to the other one, wait for the data to load. If we have a look at that one, again, this one's got a 20 millivolt deviation, 14.2 volts, also taking 1 amp of current. So absolutely perfect and what you'd expect. That's the great feature with these SafeBatt batteries. They just work, guys, and they work out of the box, which is fantastic. Bluetooth in them also is great as well. Now, in my mind, the 600 amp hours at 12 volt is about the right number for permanent living, provided you don't want to run those old style absorption fridges and, too much air conditioning. But during the day with, 860 odd watts of solar on the roof, plus the portable panel, you still get away running your air conditioning, plus your other loads, etc. So there you go, guys. Quick intro into what I've done here for this system and this customer. I think it's going to make for a really nice install for them, and I'm sure they're going to get many years out of it. The other thing I do quickly is the MPPTs, I mount them on an aluminium panel because they do have the possibility of generating a little bit of heat, and I always mount them at the top because in my mind, if you mounted them at the bottom of your installation, and you know, as they're generating heat, they're going to heat up all your other components. This way it avoids that, and we do have a nice air gap between the top of the system and how this is going to be installed, so it won't be a problem. I've tested the 1400 at full load for a good hour, and it really doesn't generate much heat, so I'm not worried about that generating heat. That'll be perfectly fine. The last piece of the system, I've actually used an A&L fuse on this particular install, and I've done that because a mega fuse will not be able to stop the inner current that 300 amp hour batteries can push, and these are basically a 1C battery, even though we're not going to be able to get anywhere near that 1C output because we're running the system at 24 volts. Mega fuse, totally not suitable. You could go another way and add a Class T fuse into your system if you liked. You know, and put a Class T there instead of the A&L, but in my mind the A&L is perfectly suited for this particular application. There you go, guys. Hope you liked that one. Quick intro into this caravan install, and I think the customer's going to be very happy. Stay tuned for more.